Bob the Snowman.
It had been snowing all day, and all the children in the neighborhood were busy building a beautiful snowman. When they finished, they named him Bob. They put a broom in his hand and an old hat on his head. Bob was happy. He liked everything, especially the children who were having so much fun around him.
When it got dark, the children went home. Bob was all lonely. Suddenly a bird appeared. He sat on a tree and shook his wings.
"Brr,"
he said.
"It's too cold here. I'm on my way south. All my friends have left already, and I'm late. In the south, we will eat fruit off the trees and sing beautiful songs."
Then he stretched his wings and flew off into the dark night. All night long, Bob thought about what the bird had told him. He dreamed about this beautiful faraway country.
He imagined himself on a beach standing under a palm tree with a snow woman at his side. With his broom, he would wave to the passing boats. He liked that idea.
Suddenly, Bob decided to go south too. At dawn, Bob walked to the train station. He thought of the children, and he felt sad. They would miss him. As he walked, he began to sweat. His carrot nose began to quiver, and his hat slipped down on his head.
The train station was waiting when Bob arrived at the station. Bob saw a lot of people getting on and off the train, but he didn't see any other snowmen. Then a voice shouted,
"All aboard!" So Bob climbed onto the luggage cart, and the door was shut. Inside, it was dark and scary. Bob couldn't see anything. The only sound was the clickety-clack of the wheels. Then Bob started getting warmer and warmer. He was sweating a lot. Bob became smaller and smaller.
Suddenly his hat slipped off his head. Then he lost an eye. Then his carrot nose. Bob was worried. He was getting so small you could hardly see him.
By the time the train arrived in the south, Bob had turned into a puddle.
"Oh dear,"
Bob thought.
"Now that I am a puddle, what will happen to me?"
Sunbeams called to him.
"Come on, climb up."
So drop by drop, Bob climbed up into the sky, where he turned into a soft white cloud. Then a strong wind blew Bob and the other clouds over the land. It was a wonderful flight.
Exactly above the children's neighborhood, Bob came to a rest. As it grew colder, Bob turned into snowflakes.
"Hooray! It's snowing!"
cried the children.
Let's build a new Bob.
And they built a beautiful new snowman. Now Bob could laugh again. He was happy to be back and to be a snowman once more.
He never wanted to travel again. The next morning, the children were very glad to see that Bob was still there, and they built a whole family for him. Only Bob knew that one day the snow family would all become puddles again.
But he was not sad. He knew they would all climb into a cloud and wait for the next winter. The end.
The end.